Hi, my name is Nathan Macintosh, and I put winter in my Immigrant jam.
No, say it ain't so. Welcome back to Immigrant Jam, people of the universe, of the globe, of cyberspace. Welcome back. I'm Lucie, your host. How are you? What's going on? What are you doing? Are you driving? Are you folding laundry? Are you sleeping with your lover? Are you picking your nose? It doesn't matter. We're back. It's so beautiful. We're so excited, and I'm so excited because my guest today, a hero of comedy.
A hero?
Yes,
a hero?
A hero of comedy.
What is that? A hero?
Well, he's not been on the Tonight Show once. No, who does that? He's been on it 3 times.
That's not heroic.
That's a relic. He has 2 specials out. One is called Money Never Wakes, and his new special is called Down with Tech.
This is also not heroic.
Yeah, it's totally heroic.
People save lives.
I thought you said that's not a relic, and I was like, it is a relic, and I didn't even know what that meant in English.
Uh-huh.
I just repeated it.
What do you mean you don't know what a relic means in English?
No, I know what it means, but in that context, it made no sense. And
No,
I just accepted
when you
it.
said, yeah, you did. You did.
You know why? Because, and now we get to the bottom of all of this. This man is Canadian.
Why? So why? That I will accept. First of all, if anybody can see this, I spilled Topo Chico on my knee like a complete psychopath.
Super racist.
Wow. Yeah, you just went with relic, which is fine. You heard it and you went. But I was just saying,
like, that's not a relic.
Yeah, no, I said heroic. But
and
anyways,
I was like, that's a total relic.
Which, yeah, either way,
makes 0 sense.
I apologize for fighting. I have to stop fighting people's intros.
Yes.
And just let them do it. But you're sitting at home, right? You're having sex with your wife. You don't need to hear in my head that this person's like, I've never saved a human.
You don't know that.
In comedy.
How do you know that? How do you know that somebody wasn't listening to you and at the beginning thought, I want to kill myself. And at the end thought, you know what? Not tonight, Satan.
I wonder if there'd have to be, not for me, but just in general, you're about to, you're in the tub.
Yeah.
You have the toaster. It's plugged in.
Oh, I like that. You're going with the toaster?
Old school. Oh. You got a bagel. You got an everything bagel pressed down. And you bring it over to the top, and for some reason you decided, let me just put on some comedy and see if this, and then you hear something and you go, I'm just going to eat the bagel, not end my life. One of the worst ways to do it, too, baking yourself in your own tub. Yeah, maybe fuck it. Lucie, you know what? Fine. Maybe I'm heroic. Maybe I've saved thousands of people from...
I would go as far as saying suicide prevention hotlines, great. All for it. Putting on a Nathan Macintosh special.
This is... Okay, no, for God's sake. Call the hotline.
No, call the hotline.
Call the fucking
Obviously,
hotline.
Call the hotline.
Also, Lucie,
that was a joke.
Do you hate winter?
I hate winter.
Ugh.
Yes.
Beat it, lady. Summer sucks. Summer stinks.
We're just getting to know each other.
Summer can fuck all the way off. I'm fully.
Okay, you people can't see him. Most of you people can't see him because nobody can see him. Even if you were here, you can't see him. He's transparent. There's nothing there.
I'm a red-haired person. I hate humidity. I hate summer.
What does being redheaded have to do with
this?
humidity?
Is why I'm fucking as white as I am, and why I don't like heat.
Well, why can't you let go of that and love summer?
What?
It's a choice.
What does that even mean? Why can't you love winter?
Well, because I am small and I am not meant for winter.
Are you tired of digging yourself out of big snowdrifts?
See, this is why you're a hero, because you understand people. You understand how people work.
As soon as January hits, you just walk outside and you're covered.
Winter is dark.
Love it.
And you are from Halifax, Nova Scotia?
Yeah.
Canada.
Yes, East Coast of Canada, yes. Part of the Maritimes.
What's it like there?
Oh, man, it's a dark, desolate place. A lot of cigarettes, a lot of seagulls. A lot of single mothers. It's a lot of big trucks.
And
dark.
A lot of winter.
It's not a lot of winter actually. This place, New York and Halifax have pretty similar weathers in a way. Halifax's summer is much better because it's less of a big thing, so there is more of a breeze. There's less just pure death heat here.
Pure death you could have stopped there too.
Pure death. I mean,
there's less pure death there.
I like some I like some winters. I mean, sorry, summers, okay? But New York summer and some summers in general. New York summers especially, though. Can we get serious, Lucie? I'm going to whisper for this.
You gotta be tough. Come on. This is, you find out who you are, what you're made of.
I'm telling you who I am.
You're pushed to
I hate
your
it.
limits.
And I'm telling you, I don't want the limits. Pull me back.
But this is a choice.
Pull
you're
me back.
making a conscious choice to fucking shit all over the best season of the year.
The worst.
Everything comes alive.
No,
the
it doesn't.
Birds,
Nope.
the fucking butterflies. There's no
No.
butterflies in winter.
There's better things in winter. There's
Like-
clothing, there's sweaters, there's feeling good, there's only having to shower once.
good.
There's just like a hot coffee. It's a better time. I think better. The summer is for hot people and people who think they're hot. Everybody else remember, like, just can understand that this is the worst. We were lied
say
to.
This is not true. Anybody that doesn't identify as hot, fucking, you have the right to love summer. Don't let this transparent ghost from Canada fucking fuck with your head. If you don't think you're hot, go out there, be hot.
Yeah, you will be, because the humidity's 98, and it fucking sucks. We were lied to, Lucie, in school. This
were?
is why we like summer, I think.
What did they tell you in Canada, that there's no summer?
No, that you go to school, and then you have summers off. Oh, summer, what a party. And then you're an adult. There are no summers off. You still pay tax. And you're fucked. This sucks. This is fucking garbage. I hate summer. I apologize.
I didn't know Canadians were this angry, but you've been in
just
New
me.
York for a long time.
It's just, I was angry before I got here, but it's just
Good,
It is
good.
just me. If you like summer, fine. Go to the beach and pretend it's cool to kick a fucking cigarette butt. Have a good time. It's disgusting and gross and awful. Definitely in New York. I just feel way better in winter personally.
What's your favorite thing to do in winter?
Think.
Sit.
Yes,
Sit and
absolutely. Just literally just feel, you know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, you open up your phone, right? And you look at the weather and the humidity's like 25. And I just come. I just absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, that is a beautiful number for a humidity.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow. I never look at humidity. I didn't even know you could look at humidity.
Humidity, every day I look at humidity.
This is your problem.
But in summer, only in summer. Because
your
even if
problem.
it's hot, but the humidity's low, you go, okay, I can have a good time. When the humidity's high, even if it's not hot,
But here's the problem. You're already making up your mind about what you're going to feel before you feel it. Be present. Be in the moment. Go outside. The humidity is high. You feel it then. But you could still be having a good time. You're sitting at home going, oh, the humidity is high. I'm not going to have a good time.
I'm not going
to come. You could unexpectedly come.
No.
Maybe you love
It's too hot to come. It's too hot to come. It can't be this hot.
Could be a slow
It
little
can't be this
trickle.
hot.
It could be a little trickle.
Could somebody? I mean, you can, right? But think about being in a steam room. Steam. Like a Jean-Claude Van Damme
A lot
movie.
of people come in steam rooms.
I was just going to say, but is it is it comfortable? Is it a good time? It's not. I would argue it's some of the worst.
I don't know. I know many a man who's come in a
No,
steam
you
room.
don't. Lucie, you
On
couldn't
my
get
face.
one on the phone.
No,
Hilarious.
That's not true. But I do have gay friends. No big deal. And I think they come in steam rooms quite often.
I have straight friends that are beaten off in there, and
Exactly.
nobody's. That's not the. Can I tell you a thing that happened to me when I was a kid, though, summer wise? What
Odd segue.
is it?
From beating off in a steam room to, can I tell you about something
You
that
know
happened
what?
to me
When you
as a
put
kid?
those two things together, 100% correct.
Did you go to Catholic school?
I was in a STEAM Catholic school. It was we did it was Catholicism with STEAM. It was STEAM for Jesus.
I would send my kid there.
Yes, STEAM for the Lord. You know that little lantern they have
At
with
least
the
they
smoke?
can't see who's touching them.
And
not as traumatizing if
Yeah,
you
they
can't
tell you
see,
it's
maybe.
whatever the ghost, the other thing. What are the three
Exactly.
things?
And the three wise men.
The spirit. No, the. Thank you, Father, Son, together, disgusting, and whatever the Holy Spirit is. But no, when I was a kid,
the steam room is the Holy Spirit.
I went to we did some like day trip in grade 2, and everybody's just like, oh, we're outside. Nobody took into account, and I wouldn't have either because I was tiny, that I'm a red-haired person. Sun hits me different. So I got blisters on my arm. Like I had to wear a cast, Lucie.
Wow, really? A cast?
Yeah.
Like a plaster cast?
Yes.
That doesn't seem to make sense.
It was the fucking 90s. I don't even know if anybody would have saw. Like, is this a thing that
They amputated his
happens? They
arm.
cut my arm right off. But because I was so so like ashamed that this. I didn't want to tell people that. That's why I got a cast. So did they ever do this in Germany? You grew up in Germany, right?
I was 8 when we moved here, but so half and half.
So you're 16.
Exactly.
So did they ever in school? They used to kind of tell us like when you're a kid, if you're going to cross the street, to put your arm out. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Well, they told us this in school. Obviously, they were like, hit the thing, wait for the green light, but then do this, okay? So I told everybody in school that I did this, and a car just ran through my arm, and so my arm was broke.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to tell people, like, hey, what happened to your arm? I'm a fucking loser who can't deal with the sun.
Right. In Germany, arm signals are problematic. So if, they never told us to put our arm out anywhere.
Can I
they
tell
said,
you?
Put your arms in your pockets.
Put your
at
arms
all
in your
times.
pockets at all times.
Post-war.
Can I tell you a stupid thing that I think?
Sure.
I honestly don't think Germany should be able to cheer for itself until 2045. I'm serious. 2045 is when you can wave the flag at a soccer game. Before that, man, stop. Just stop it.
I agree. And not only that, I'm a German Jew. I think, because everybody says Germany did such a good job apologizing to Jews.
I've never.
Say that.
Where?
Yes. Oh, yes, everywhere. Google it.
Okay, I will. I've never. No, I've just never.
I've
never.
The podcast, so Nathan can Google
I've never heard that.
It's a thing.
Okay.
Yes. It's a thing. Like, it's Germany's used as an example of how to atone, or because they paid some form of reparations. There's museums and monuments everywhere. But the Hitler salute, the arm, is illegal. It's illegal to do that in Germany. You cannot do that. I think German Jews, as a real apology, only the German Jews should get the Hitler salute back.
Oh,
they should be allowed to walk around and fucking Hitler salute.
But why?
Each other.
What are you going to do with that?
Fuck with the Germans. Walk into a bakery and go, Heil Ingrid, give me a fucking pretzel, bitch. Or just Heil five each other on the street, Heil Moish. Yeah, that would be taking the power back. Like black people have the N-word.
I knew you were going to go. I knew you were going to go
Take
there.
The power back. We want the
power
salute.
You don't want the salute. You don't want the salute.
It's a good. And also, I want to know how did that happen?
It's a good salute.
No, it's a good arm signal. It's strong. Everybody knows it.
Everybody does know it.
Yeah.
You're right. Everybody does know it.
I also want to know what the conversation was. They were like, we have to make this illegal because everybody's still going to want to do this because it's a really good arm movement.
I would assume they were probably like, we can't let this happen because the last time we did, things got pretty fucked up. So like, let's just stop it. Don't even try. Don't even lift your fucking arms and stop. Look, I apologize. Stop waving the flag until 2045.
Nathan, you claim to be an immigrant.
All right. Yeah, is that a claim I made?
But you are.
I guess I am. Yeah, I'm Canadian. Yeah.
You're Canadian.
Yeah.
Do you think Canadians should be considered immigrants? Do you think you are on equal footing and level with immigrants here in the U.S.?
I think I see what you're doing. I think you and me are the same.
You do?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Well, 100%.
Interesting.
You're not Germany.
But there was an ocean. I had to fucking get through an ocean.
Germany's like a developed fucking country.
No, listen,
it's
this
a
is
real
true.
Goddamn place.
No, and this is the thing. You say, I understand now what you mean, that for us, we are actually, it's a step down for us. Yeah. What are we doing?
I do think this all the time in terms of what are we doing, because there's just certain things every once in a while I go, and first of all, I definitely wouldn't claim myself to be immigrant. Like I wouldn't walk around with that title.
So you said immigrant, like you don't speak English?
Do you know what? No, I'm saying I wouldn't identify. I wouldn't walk around and be like, I am.
I don't claim to be immigrant because I am Canada from,
I'm just saying I wouldn't, but that's my status. Like that is my fucking status. And when I think about it, yes, I'm from a completely different country. And every once in a while, I mean, Canada and America definitely have similarities, right? But every once in a while I hear something or somebody talking about something, I go, oh yeah, fuck, we're in America. Just certain sentences you hear here.
Do you do this thing where you go, these Americans? Oh my God, that's so American.
No.
You don't?
No. What am I going to look at?
That's very un-immigrant then.
I wouldn't identify as a, is it what you do? These fucking American? You know, there's 360 million of them and there's one you? What are you going to do? Fight the fucking country?
I don't want to fight them. I'm not saying that it's always a negative thing, but it's like this thing, for example, I don't know if you go to an American person's house and all they have are gigantic bottles of soda and you go, that's so American.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Or I don't know if somebody is fucking making a list of all the qualities they want in their husband. That's so American. That's such an American
There's people
thing.
in Canada that would definitely do that, as well as there's a lot of pop in people's houses in Canada, but not to the degree that, so if you walked into somebody's house, right, and there was just Pepsi everywhere, you'd be like,
That's so American.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is my old roommate, I came home one day and he was laying on the couch and I go, what happened? He goes, I threw my back out reaching for a soda in the vending machine and I died laughing. And he goes, why is that funny? I go, this is the most American thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
of a reaching from the fucking vending machine.
Vending
You
machine,
threw your
too.
goddamn
It wasn't
back
even in a
out.
store.
Oh, it really fucking made me laugh. So anyways, yes, I know what you mean. But so I guess I did for this guy. I go, buddy, that's the most American sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
But now, I don't know. I've lived here. That was like, I was only here about a year when I heard that sentence. But now I've heard so many that I kind of go, I don't even know anymore, man. But there is definitely certain things you hear where you go, yeah, this isn't even talked about in other places. People wouldn't say this.
Was it your big dream to come here growing up?
Well, New York for sure. Yeah, I always wanted to come to New York when I first decided that I wanted to start doing comedy.
When did you first decide that?
10.
Really?
Yeah, 10. I was 10.
Holy shit.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
How? Who did you see?
How? My mom.
Was in the bathtub with a toaster.
She watched my special from the future. No, my mom always had stand up on in the house. She was a big fan of it. So I saw it as a kid and always just thought it was really cool. And at 10, I just decided that that's kind of what I was going to do.
And so then you were done with school and you did what?
Right after I graduated high school,
Yeah.
I started working at my friend's dad's plumbing supply warehouse.
Doing what? Packing pipes?
Packing pipes, MJ pipe, PVC pipe. We had to like build orders for plumbers. So I get like ball cocks and these fucking valves and shit and toilets. We'd have to take like jacuzzis off of trucks when they came in to deliver stuff. Because it was just me and my friend in the warehouse, this giant warehouse. So we kind of ran the whole thing.
Do you think it's important for everyone to have had a job like that, especially people that are in the arts? Do you think it's important to have had a job like that?
A job like that. What do you mean? Job like that?
Well, a job that has nothing to do with stand-up, with writing, with art. Like a job where it's also physical labor, where you have to get, certain things done in a certain amount of time, where it's like very straightforward.
I don't know if somebody needs to do it, but I do know that going there, you know how there's like people say like locker room talk.
Yes.
The most, and I've said a lot of disgusting things. I've heard a lot of disgusting things be said. I have never heard anybody more disgusting than plumbers. Oh. Holy fuck, man.
Amazing.
And I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying what I've heard. Dude, I don't use this word, but I'm going to say it right now, okay? And I don't not use it because like I'm, a Christian man with doilies. It's just not a thing that I say.
Okay.
8 a.m. I'm sitting at this plumbing supply warehouse. I got a coffee and we're doing something on a computer. And a plumber walked in. 8 a.m. I'm also 18 at the time. He opens the door and he goes, God, there's a lot of cunt walking around out there today. just
And a Canadian. This is that's worth mentioning because Canadians are supposedly
everybody's ideas.
So nice.
Everybody's idea of what Canadians are, man.
Let us have this idea.
I know, but it's so like we're not.
But it's so nice to think that we can strive. It's like Canada, the better America. People here need this.
That part's not necessarily wrong in some ways, but the idea that like I grew up in Canada. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of pieces of garbage in Canada.
No, I reject that.
This guy described all women as that, and I was just sitting there at 8 a.m. going, fuck, that's fucking crazy, man.
Wow. And what would you do? You'd go,
No, I went.
still-
I think I went. Like I mean, it was 8
you did?
a.m.
Oh.
This is a crazy. That guy. I forget what
It's funny that it would be more palatable at 4 p.m.
100% more palatable
Why?
for.
Why is
I
that?
don't. I still don't want to like. It's still not a thing that I don't care. You say whatever you want, but 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Are you kidding me?
But why? That's the window where the cunt becomes acceptable.
You said, is it better? It's definitely better at 4.
Why?
It's way better at 10.
Why?
Because it just is. The later in the day is what you get. That you can't be talking like that at 8 a.m. Lucie, because you know this.
No, I don't agree.
Lucie, would you rather hear something disgusting about a dick at 8 a.m. when you're having your first sip of coffee, or 4 p.m. when you've lived a little bit of the day? You see what I'm saying? Like, you're up.
No.
You've had a bagel. You got more energy. It's
I don't know.
8
I think get
a.m.?
it out of the way and then live your life. At 4
this guy
p.m.
did.
now it's like, oh, thanks. Now this is coming.
either
But
way.
we couldn't have done this at 8 a.m.
It was a
If I ever own a plumbing supply company.
You're gonna just call it cunt walking around? I've never, and you know what's funny? Never since then have I ever heard somebody at all describe hot women as that. I've never but that was the only time, and I was like, holy fuck. Anyways, working there, I worked there. I worked at a couple other jobs, and then I started doing stand up at 19, like a fucking psycho.
And you've been doing it since 19.
Oh God, yeah.
So
40 years. Yeah, 46 years. Like I worked at Starbucks, right? You can't be saying the same shit behind a counter at Starbucks.
they
you
had
can't
Starbucks back then?
in the 60s? I've been alive for a
So
long time.
unnecessary. But what was your favorite drink to make? What was your favorite drink to make?
At Starbucks?
Yes, you must have made drinks.
I did make drinks, yeah.
Did you know that you can take your own coffee beans to Starbucks and ask them to grind them for you?
Did you know that when you do that, the people behind the counter think you're a piece of shit? Because I did not know that, but fuck you. Buy a goddamn $12 grinder and grind it at home, you cocksucker. The amount of time it takes to leave your house with a little fucking bag of beans, grow up. Seriously, grind it at home, you fuck.
Okay. Did it make you hate people to work there?
I loved working there.
Really?
I like people.
Ah.
But when I worked there, does it seem like I don't?
No, I mean, you live in New York, you do comedy, you like people. That's very odd.
I love people. The only thing we have
You
is
love people?
not each individual human, but as far as like people, yes. Can you imagine like if we lived like I Am Legend? That's hell. That's a pure hell. Seriously.
Oh, you mean if we got rid of people?
It'd be awful.
Oh, yeah,
Because
of course.
everybody's like, I hate people. Do you, man? You ran into one guy. I don't wish death on anybody. I do really like people. So when I worked there, I just talked. I made drinks and all that kind of stuff, but my whole job there in my head was like, I'm trying to make people smile here or whatever. I'm trying to like talk to people. My manager told me once, she goes, if you weren't funny, I would have to fire you. Because she goes, you don't do anything here. I go, but I do though. I make the drinks. I do what you want me to do, but also I bring morale. Now you might think that doesn't matter, but ask the people I work with. Ask the people that come in here. There's people
we're
that come
public
in.
servants.
Yes, there's people that come in. They'll be like, "Yo, is Nathan here today?" And they'd be like, "No, he's not here." They're like, "Oh." Because when you go in, then it's just a regular
then I
Starbucks,
guess I'll kill
and people
myself.
are being like, "Hello, customer man. What would be the beverage you'd like to have today?" That fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's in Canada, and here they just go "Bleh," like that.
But that's all happens in Canada too. But you know what I mean? It's got to be this like this weird. The other day I was in a Foot Locker, and a woman came up to me, and she goes, "How are you today? Is there anything I can help you with?" And I said, "It's the worst day of my life, and I need a lot of help." I was just fucking around. Okay. Like I didn't say it in a sad way, but she went, what? I'm like, just go, just get back to fucking looking at TikTok. I can't do that. Can we just have some sort of fucking interaction? I'm sorry that I opened up a different response because somebody told you that this is how you talk to customers. I'm a real fucking person. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I might say a thing that's not like, all I need is this. Can we just fucking beak? This is what I mean.
No, this is true. This is true. People turn into machines.
Yes,
Because
yes.
they don't want to think.
So when I worked there, my idea was I'm going to try to be a person with these people. So I loved it. Not every day, not all the time. There's some people that were really mean. There was a woman one time, and I really did mean this earnestly, but it is dumb because I used to have to go into work at like 5:30, 6 a.m. or something. And a woman came in, she was biking in the rain. And she walks in and she's just like, and I go, do you like biking in the rain? I'm really just trying to talk. And I did mean it like legitimately. Some people might like that. And she puts her helmet on the counter, looks up at me. She goes, you fucking stupid.
Wow.
That's really funny though. I mean, that's legit funny.
That is
and
funny.
I did just kind of go, yeah, all right, man. Yeah, you're right. I mean, fuck. I was really just trying to talk. I used to work at like a Best Buy type thing in Canada, Future Shop. And, I would say to people, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they would go, I'm just looking. I'm like, I'm just talking.
I would be so annoyed with you if...
Sometimes. And most of the time people would laugh and they'd be like, what? I go, yeah, man, I'm just like, what's going on? And they'd be like, I'm good. And then I would just talk to them for a while. I hated the other parts of it. I never wanted to sell anything. I never wanted to be like top of the fucking sales force. I just wanted to try to talk to people.
What do you think is that need? What do you think psychologically, where does that come from?
It's a need, is it?
It's a need
It's
to
a
be
need,
loved,
and if I
no?
didn't, is that what it is? It goes that deep.
It does.
It's a need
It
to be
must.
loved.
It's a need to be loved.
Talking to people?
Yes.
That's all we have.
Exactly.
That's it, but that's all that's out there.
But I agree with you that we are public servants. I had a conversation with a lady the other day.
Heroic public servants.
Yes.
I'm also not subscribing to this, but go ahead.
No, you said it. You said
I said
I'm
we're
bringing-
heroic public servants.
You said I'm bringing morale to this place.
My job, 100%,
Yes.
100%.
So, what is someone who brings morale?
A morale bringer.
A hero.
Hilarious. They're definitely not a public servant.
Well, in one way, well,
I
maybe
know what you
not
mean.
in the definition of the fucking dictionary, but
this
you
is
can
what-
define it as that.
Okay, yeah.
Bringing laughter and joy to people, I think, is underappreciated. You know what I mean? In everyday life, of course, comedians on stage and entertainers are appreciated and loved, but in everyday life, somebody who walks around Best Buy joking around with people and just wanting to make people laugh and smile.
I was hired there seasonally, and they were going to let me know if I was hired full time on New Year's Eve, and I knew
Weird.
Yeah, I knew 100% I wasn't going to be rehired at all. So I was like, you know what? We could charge the price. We could change the price of stuff. And everybody haggled. Anytime anybody came into Best Buy, they'd pick up this and they'd be like, what can you do for me? I'm like, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, no matter what it was. DVD copies of fucking Air Bud, World Pup. They'd be like, it's $6, but like, what do you think?
Is that a Canadian thing that people haggle in big department stores?
No.
Okay.
It's not. I don't. I think it's because they knew it was on a commission deal, and you could. The markup of TVs was like, TVs were at one point in time were $15,000, and there was wiggle room in those. But this grow up. But anyways, so people would always be like, "What can you do for me?" So I decided this day, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna whatever they want. So a guy, I remember he picked up a DVD player, and he goes, man, I don't know. He goes, it's $80. I go, what do you want to pay? And I'm telling you right now, whatever number he would have, but I'm looking at him and he's staring at me and he goes, $60. I go, done. And he goes, what about 50? I go, buddy, come on. We just had the thing. We just negotiated. If he would have had the fucking balls to say $1, I would have went, yo, $1. I easily would have given that man that DVD player for $1.
Again, a fucking hero. You made this man's life.
To
this
that man.
also still thinking about you.
Can I tell you one more stupid story?
He was like, a ghost sold me a DVD player for $1.
And then once I sold him that, I was done and I walked out. And my manager was like, why do you need to? He goes, you're going to walk out? He goes, what if you get rehired? I go, come on, man. And I got on the bus and I went down to the Halifax casino and gambled, drank Corona
Really?
and played blackjack.
Is
It was a
that
party.
true?
That's very true. Yeah. How would I? That's a weird thing to make up.
No, it's not.
I
at
also-
all. That
you-
sounds very cool. And then I took a fucking hand grenade and threw it into the place and it blew up. And I walked out and went to the casino.
I've walked out of, I used to walk out of class and I've also walked out of jobs. You ever walk out of jobs?
No.
Oh,
No,
Lucie.
I never walked out of jobs.
God.
One time I walked out of a restaurant job, but I was
There you go.
always so paranoid about not having money because my family doesn't have money and
Neither
save
does
money.
mine. Neither did mine.
Okay. Well, so I was always very, very paranoid about getting fired. I always thought I was going to get fired everywhere I went, all the time. I mean, this is a normal thing. It's called imposter syndrome or whatever the fuck people call it. But so I was always very, very afraid of not having a job.
I mean, what you missed out on is it's the best.
The casino in downtown Halifax.
Not the casino, but like the like, okay, there's some good things in this world, right? That make you feel away. I don't know that I've ever had a better feeling than walking out of a job. I'm walking out of a job that you don't care about, that you don't fucking, I mean, I wish that feeling for everyone.
So how did you get that courage? Where does that come from?
I don't know, because
I don't give a fuck.
Now I feel way more scared than I did then.
Is that self-confidence? Does that have to do with self-esteem?
I think it's called being a hero. Honestly, I think it's called being heroic.
But no, is that self-esteem? It must be self-esteem. Do you feel like you have good self-esteem?
No, no. I mean, that goes up and down. But at this time, I guess so. I don't know. But I was just kind of like, I can always get one of these fucking jobs again. It's not like a corporate type of thing. And also, you read stories about people working on Wall Street for 5 fucking years, and they walk out, and it's the best thing they've ever done. Walking out of a job. Look,
never read that story.
If you there's a few of them. There's a guy that wrote a book called "The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari," and Robin Sharma. He's also from the East Coast. Either way, whatever. There's if you let's say you're working at fucking Pizza Hut. Okay, and look, I'm not saying I didn't have any kids. I don't have a fucking mortgage. I'm saying whatever. You're just a person. You don't have like giant fucking things, right? You're working at Pizza Hut. They tell you to like triple pepperoni that, you piece of shit, and you go, I'm fucking done. You take the hat, you whip it. Your manager's like, but you can't leave, and you're like, I could dude.
I walked out of a pizza place. It rocks.
What? Yes!
Walking out of a job, taking the apron
and I
off.
agree. I love this. I love this.
But I wish you felt it. I walked out of 3.
There's a show in all of this. It's called How to Be a Person with Nathan Macintosh.
Hold on, thank you. I've walked out of 3. I walked out of a grocery store. I walked out of a pizza place. Basically, I was a dishwasher. Do you want to talk about underappreciated? Dishwasher might be one of the hardest jobs in America.
True.
I'm serious.
True, definitely
Washing
true.
a fucking dish. You might think like they got a machine.
No.
People in kitchens treat dishwashers so fucking bad. They're soaking fucking wet, and it's hard, man. Washing a
disgusting.
dish. So gross. Nobody rinses shit.
No.
Hot women, big tits, would take big plates of fucking crusted fucking sauce and shit and whip them at the wall.
Wait, hold on a second.
Whip them.
What does it have to do with hot women with big tits?
When you're a dish man, when you're a dish guy, you're covered in fucking soap and shit, and you got the kitchen staff screaming at you, and then you have hot women who you might think...
Who are the hot women? The waitresses?
Yes.
Oh,
you might
you're
think,
talking about a dishwasher at Hooters.
Not Hooters, Boston Pizza in Canada. But you might, in Halifax, you might think like, oh, they'll be a decent human being. They're women. Ha, ha, ha. Dish at the fucking wall. Because everybody in this building has decided this dishwasher is a piece of shit. And we don't care about them. And all of our troubles, we're going to take them out on this dish bitch. I'm telling you right now, washing dishes is one of the hardest jobs that there is, dude. Seriously.
Maybe it's because you walked in every day and said, hey, big titty Betty.
Never said that once. I never one time said that. Either way, I walked out of that, and I walked out of a call center. Call center kicked ass, too.
I love that. Also, walking out of a call center is very anticlimactic.
Well, why?
Because the people that would be affected are on the phone, so they can't see you.
Can I tell you one more story that does make me sound like a hero, but it's true, and I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero.
Every hero says that.
So the day that I decided to leave this call center, okay, they used to have Christmas lights on the walls.
Okay.
And the Christmas lights were a call thing, right? So if the Christmas lights were red, it meant every single time you hung up, it was busy. You were always going to get calls.
So psychotic.
Yellow meant that, like, when you hung up a call, you might have to wait a minute or two for another call.
Okay.
Green meant you could wait 8 minutes. So me and my friend decided we're walking out today, and we decided to see if we could get the lights to go from red to green. So I sat there for like an hour just hanging up on people. I mean, I was having a party.
What was the call center for? You're like, it
Nextel.
was 911 emergency.
Hilarious. No, it was Nextel. Those little fucking the beep thing.
Beepers?
Yeah, no, it was a phone, but it was like a walkie-talkie. Okay. So, anyways, did that for a while. Then I would talk to people, and I'd be like, people would call and they'd be like, "Can I check my minutes?" I go, "What do you mean?" And they'd be like, "I want to check my minutes." I go, "Buddy, I'm at home with my wife." And they'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And they would hang up, and it would make me laugh because I'm like, "Man, you just dialed like 1-800-2." Like, anyways. But one guy, okay, because I started doing this too, because I could also change the fucking bills.
Yeah.
And cell phone bills were wild at this point in time. Do you remember that part of life?
Yes.
So a guy called me up, man, and he goes, "Dude," he goes, "Man, I cannot pay this bill, man." He goes, "I'm struggling over here, dude." He goes, I just can't do it." And I go, "You know what, man?" He had a $700 phone bill, and I just deleted it. I go, "Buddy," I go, "You're good."
And it was the same guy who got the DVD player at Best Buy.
It was not. But this guy go, and I can't see him. He's on the phone. He goes, "What? No." He starts losing his mind. He was like, "Oh my God, you just saved my fucking life." He goes, "Dude, I need your number so that I can call you next month." I go, "Buddy, you're just the luckiest person alive. This is my last day here. I'm out." So I gave him $700 and then walked out. And you had to do, because so many people were walking out. It's a call center. They're rough. Also, if you can, and I know I just talked about hanging up on people, but that was my last day there. I always talk to people nicely when they called. Try to be nice to call center people as well. It's a stupid thing, but people would call me and scream at me as if I have control of this building. I'm a guy sitting in a fucking cubicle under goddamn fluorescent lights. I got a bag of fucking chips, and this bag of chips is the only good part of my fucking day. People would call and be like, "How the fuck? Why the fuck?" I'm like, "Buddy, you and me both should be mad at the CEO. Don't take this out on me."
But at least you said that.
Sometimes I would. But people just when you call somebody, it's a human person. Either way. So I walked out, but because so many people left, would just walk out, they had us do exiting interviews to figure out why people were leaving.
Oh, wow.
And the guy was like, "Why are you leaving?" I go, "Because this place sucks, man. It's awful." And he goes, "Come on." I go, "No, but he wrote it down." And then he's like, "What would make you come back here?" And I go, "If you guys bulldozed this building and built a McDonald's." And he goes, "Come on, man." I go, "Write it down." And I saw him go, "Bulldoze a building."
And now it is a McDonald's, and you are a hero.
It's not a McDonald's, but it is not a call center anymore.
You see? Because of you.
Because of me. One man can make a difference. But Lucie, just get a small job and walk out. It's the best. Anyways.
I love that. I think that I fucking support that 100%. Get a small job, walk out.
Get a big job,
or
walk
get a big job. Exactly. I was going to say, walk out of your fucking job. I just read about this woman who wrote this book called what was it called again? Every Brilliant Creature, or All the Brilliant Creatures. It has an octopus on it. It's told from the point of view of an octopus.
Okay.
And she was in finance. She hated her job. She wrote a book told from the fucking point of view of an octopus, and now she's a best-selling fucking author.
Great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but
Fucking-
so I just told you that there's stories of people who walk out of Wall Street and you go like, "I never heard these stories." And then you literally 5 minutes later go, "Oh, there's a lady that walked out of her finance job."
Okay, that's true. You're right. You're right. You know what?
But
I take it back. I've heard these stories.
This does happen. If you're miserable in a place and you don't, and again, I was younger, so I wouldn't have had to, and I didn't have like responsibilities in that way. Like I didn't have kids, I didn't have a wife, I didn't have a fucking.
But it translates to other things too. You
Sure.
can do it with other things.
You can.
Walk out of a friendship.
You can walk out of a friendship.
Oh, somebody who fucking annoys the shit out of you.
You can leave your
You know?
fucking. You can leave your wife.
You can. You know what?
You can leave her there at that Denny's. This
one
fucking
person,
lady.
leave your wife right now.
She wants to yell at you about chocolate chip pancakes at a goddamn Denny's. We're trying to have a good time. Get the fuck up out of the booth and walk out.
Walk out.
Walk out on
Leave
each
your
other.
husband. Exactly.
But both of you leave.
Just leave simultaneously. I think anyway that you can have multiple identities. I think this is the problem that we think that we have to keep this one identity. This is who we are. No, you can be someone else. You can be someone who works at a call center, and the next day you can be a stand-up comedian. Nathan, I always ask my guests if they grew up with any amazing, interesting, funny proverbs, expressions, sayings from their country.
Oh, from our country?
Is there anything Canadian, like a saying that you grew up with that your mom used to say?
My mom. My family, it's a lot of swearing, dude. It's a lot of like, I mean, as a kid, I heard "Holy Good Cocksucking Christ" a lot, which I love, and I say
Holy good cocksucking Christ. Wow.
Yeah.
That is good. And it has to be such a severe feeling of anger to
No,
use
it
such a
doesn't.
long curse.
No, it doesn't.
No? I feel like to use a long curse, you have to be really. It has to be. It's
Holy
long-winded.
Good Cocksucking Fuck. Another one. I mean, it's anyways. There's the town. So I'm not from there, but a lot of my family's from there. This town in New Brunswick. And they have a saying that somebody asks somebody else, how's she going? And the other person has to respond the very best. You don't have to respond that way, but that's just what that is. You know what I mean? It's basically like, how are you? I'm good. But how's she going? The very best.
How's she going? The very best.
How's she going?
And it's not a real question. You're not supposed to really say how you feel.
It is a real question.
Well, but if you're not feeling good, do you say it, or do you also say she's going well?
Yeah, but that's
the very
like
best.
everybody does in life. You know what I mean? Your whole life could be falling apart.
Yeah.
And if I said, "How you doing?" You'd probably be like, "Fine."
Yeah, but not in Germany.
Okay.
I think that's a North American thing.
Okay.
Because in Germany, it's very weird to ask a stranger, "How are you?" Because you answer sincerely. So if you like bump it, that happened to me in Berlin. I bumped into this guy on the street and I was like, "How are you?" And he was like, "Man, I'm fucking depressed." And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
There's part of that that's kind of nice, though. You know, yeah. There is part of that that's kind of nice.
Is it?
Yeah, we there should be a little bit more of like we should be. If you ask me how I'm doing, I should be able to. Yeah, but clearly on this side we've decided that "How are you?" means nothing.
Nothing.
It literally
It's a greeting.
it's hello. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hello.
My grandfather, when I was a kid, I didn't really get this when I was a kid, but I get it now. He, so that side of the family, my mom's side of the family is Scottish, so I'm
Shocker.
yeah. The other side is the other side's Irish. It's Celtic. Anyways, so my grandfather one time was telling me he goes. We have there's a Macintosh tartan, and it's I forget what the fuck it says. Touch not the cat without a glove, something like that.
What?
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I have a
Why?
keychain with it. Well, I don't exactly know. I have theories. I'll tell you the story, and maybe this is one of them. So my grandfather told me this when I was like 10. He goes, one time a cat was crossing a train track, right? And there was a train coming, and the cat jumped in front of the train and got across, but the train cut off a part of the cat's tail. So the cat turned around to get its tail, and the train knocked its head off. And he goes, "Do you know the meaning of that story?" And I'm sitting there, I'm 10, I'm in his Jeep, I'm just like, "No," little Pepsi. And he goes, "Never lose your head over a piece of tail." And
Wow.
I was 10, and I'm just kind of like, again, little Pepsi. But then you grow up. Then, Lucie, you walk this earth, you grow up, and you realize what an unbelievably fucking powerful goddamn fucking is it misogynistic?
Of
How
course.
does that? Why?
Never
How does
lose your head over a piece of tail.
Why does that only
a woman?
Why does that only go to? That could be you too. You could say the same goddamn thing.
Who's a tail? Tail's a woman.
It must be fun being a woman. It really must be. It must be a good time to make everything an attack. That's used for people. That's
No,
just
it's
people.
not.
How is
Nathan,
it not?
When
He's
is a
saying that
piece
to
of
me.
tail used for people?
Well, I don't even understand. I don't even understand the question. I don't even understand the question.
Maybe this is a language barrier.
First of all, no, it's not. How is it misogynistic to say don't lose your head? Your entire head. You lose your life, your body, your soul to one person solely because they look good? Grow up.
Okay, first of all, who's talking about looking good?
That's what it would. Lucie, I'm never going to go to Germany.
Take a deep breath. No, listen. A piece of tail is only what men use to refer to women. And I don't have a problem with it, but women don't call men a piece of tail.
But you could.
But we don't.
Great.
And therefore your grandfather was telling you, hey, little buddy, don't lose your head over a woman. That's a misogynistic thing to say.
It ain't even
and what
close.
does that even mean?
It means don't do it. It means
Why?
don't throw your
what does
fucking.
That mean? Why not? Why shouldn't you throw your life away for a woman?
Not.
Throw it away.
There's a guy out there eating a Hungry Man dinner in a fucking van right now, living in a shed, who has a different opinion than this.
Okay. Is he alone because he lost his head over a woman? Is he in a shed eating the dinner alone because he lost his head over a woman?
He could be.
Okay. Well, as you see, Canada is not the better America. People are very angry there, even if they're very friendly to you at the Best Buy. Deep down inside is a deep-rooted anger against cats. Nathan.
Yes, Lucie.
We have now come to the part of this adventure, this roller coaster of a ride where we must play the poll questionnaire. Are you ready to play the poll questionnaire?
Let me see.
Nathan Macintosh of Halifax, Nova Scotia, by way of Plumbing Supply Limited, by way of Best Buy Canada, by way of Blackjack Casino downtown Halifax.
I think I'm
by way of 3-time Tonight Show hero.
I've got all the things out of my pockets.
Okay.
I think I'm
Great.
wait.
Perfect.
Let me do this. Okay, I'm ready for the poll questions?
Poll questionnaire.
Great. Poll questionnaire.
Nathan Macintosh.
Yes,
if
Lucie.
you were president of the United States of America, what American food would you ban?
Well, obviously this is a hypothetical because you and I can never. We can never. Even if we can't, you should a bunch of immigrants, quote unquote, should be able to, like enough. One American equals one president, right? Like if you're born here, you can run for president. There should be like 500 immigrants should be able to get together, form one big person, and then become president.
I like it. I like it.
What would I ban? I'd probably ban pop. Also known as soda. Soda has a last name, and it's pop. I would ban pop, coast to coast, up and down, straight up and fucking down. It is
everything.
Yeah. It's
every fizzy drink that has sugar in it, or just like Coke, Sprite.
Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, you're out of here. And this isn't going to help my life in any way because these are the things you want to be sponsored by. Oh, Coke, look at me. I'm a guy drinking a Coke. Come suck on a Coke. Lose your fucking feet. Be like Beyonce, who doesn't drink this fucking shit. Sit home on a couch covered in butter and pound another fucking 2-liter. Hate your fucking life. None of the CEOs drink this fucking shit, but you should. Because we made a funny commercial. Isn't this great? I would ban pop. It's poison. Straight up and down poison. It should be, in Canada, we have cigarettes behind a thing. You got to ask for them.
Right. And it has the pictures.
Has the pictures, grim death, teeth, lungs.
Babies.
Pop should have the exact same fucking thing. It should be behind. You should have to ask for it. Like how we used to get porn in the back of a room. It should just be as dirty to look at and see. And it should really be more of a non-easy to get deal. I would make it very hard to get. That's what I would say.
I love that. Very nice. Very nice. If you could deport one American person, who would you deport?
Again, it's a hypothetical, clearly, because I can never deport anybody, but they have to be American? Deport. So this has to be a famous person because...
No, you could deport your landlord.
Oh, man. Send him back to Greece? It's pretty great for him.
That is pretty
Back
great.
in Mykonos, he's on a beach. Gorgeous fucking women that he shouldn't lose his head over. Who would I deport? What an awful day that would be for somebody. You know what I mean? Deportation. Somebody comes to your house in like a fucking SWAT vest. You got to get your little pillowcase full of shit and then get on a bus to hell. I mean, how do they even deport people? Is it on like a JetBlue flight? Like, how do you get out of here?
I think you get deported on a flight. Yeah,
like a commercial flight.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Could be an upgrade.
Exactly.
Imagine you're deported and you get bumped up to first class. You're like, fuck yeah, man.
You're like, woo! I'm getting deported.
Stretch it out. I hope this 6-hour flight lasts a little bit longer. Who would I deport? Again, I don't really want to deport anybody, but if I had to. Oh God! You know the CEO of Pepsi. I think I would deport. I'd deport them.
I love that.
The CEO of Pepsi's out of here.
I was thinking too. I read yesterday that George Clooney and Brad Pitt are starring in a new Apple TV movie, and they each got paid $35 million for this movie.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? I could deport those fucking pieces of shit.
Why would you? Why are they pieces of shit for accepting $35 million?
$35 million? What is wrong with you?
Why aren't you mad at Apple though for paying it to them?
I'm mad at Apple too. I'm mad at everybody.
I'd like to. I'd dig up Steve Jobs and deport him.
Yeah, deport his bones.
Oh, absolutely. Deport the whole casket, the big fucking mausoleum of iPads he's buried in or whatever. Tim Cook. Oh no, a lot of the tech people.
Tim Apple,
the tech people, Tim Apple. The tech people can kind of work from anywhere. Beep boop bop bop beep. But
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. $35 million is a lot of money, but it's also like Apple's an unlimited supply force. There's no amount of money they don't have.
But it shouldn't be normal to take $35 million for that. That shouldn't be normal. Like,
I hear you.
You should be like, you know what? I'll take $2 million. Take $5 million.
And do what? And then where's the other?
To give it to people who need money.
They could do that though. They might be doing that.
They're not doing that.
You don't know that, Lucy. They might take
you
the
would
35
hear about
million.
it.
First of all, they're taking $35
They're
million.
fucking injecting it into their fucking balls. That's what they're doing with that money.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just said
Think about it. Yeah, take a
I
second.
just said it.
Injecting
I don't know.
their balls to like what? Be young?
It's a metaphor for their face, their ass,
To be
their
young,
balls.
to be young, to be
Yes,
young.
to be young, to be high. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, they might be. They also might be giving money away. They could very well be doing that.
I don't know. Okay. If you had to come up with a catchphrase for the United States of America, what would it be?
Oh man. When you go to casinos here, I mean casinos anywhere, I guess, but here, everybody has a shirt that has their thoughts on it. Do you know what I mean? Every casino has people are wearing shirts that are like, I like beer, beef, and big women. And then there's something on the back that, if you don't like it, I'll kick your ass. It's always some kind of thing, like a veiled threat from some guy who was hooked up to a fucking machine. You know what I mean? He's in his scooter, none of his feet work, and I'll kick your fucking ass. So, slogan for America. Woo! Maybe either I'll kick your fucking ass or crockin' in the free world. It's crocked up here. I mean, we're crocking. We're crocking all the way to hell in here, man. This is croc central.
Okay, 2 more questions. If you could add an amendment to the U.S. Constitution, what would you add?
An amendment. What are they up to now? How many amendments they got?
27.
Why? What a weird number. What's the 27th Amendment? Is that the crazy one? If the president goes fucking nuts, he's out of here. What's the 27th Amendment? 27 is such a
No law varying the compensation for the services of the senators and representatives shall take effect until an election of representatives shall have intervened.
What? It's just words.
Whatever that
It's just
means, yeah.
shall.
Whatever
Put it
that
in the
means.
middle of other words.
Congress has to vote on the law being effective.
Got you.
Nice.
Okay.
Good one.
So it can't just be a president being like, this is law now. I decree. Yes. Okay. So the 28th Amendment.
The Macintosh Amendment.
You know what? Actually, I would amend the Second Amendment and I would make it stronger in the way that you are a gun. We turn your body into a gun. Both your arms are guns. Your legs are little guns. We make your arms long and your legs short. You're on 2 little pistols.
Like the Grindhouse woman.
Yes, but much smaller. Her little legs are handguns, and her arms are rifles. But that's all of us. The entire country goes through a factory type process where your arms and legs ripped off and they're replaced with firearms.
I love that, and I think that's probably not too far off.
It's the I'm calling it the extreme Second Amendment.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. Nathan, proving once again that immigrants are more American than most Americans. Only a brilliant immigrant mind could come up with this plan for the people's right to defend themselves here in this country of ours. Nathan,
You can't really, just to say real quick, you can't really use the guns.
They don't fire?
How you don't have hands. Your arms are guns. You just have
by swallowing.
by thought. Your little legs are guns.
Or farts.
You can't do anything.
Your
You
farts.
fart 'em.
You fart the bullets.
That's a different
See,
thing.
that's German engineering right here.
I apologize. I thought that was the last question. What is the last question? I
Why we
apologize.
make the best cars. The last question is, Nathan Macintosh, do you know how I can meet David Hasselhoff?
I think you just DM him.
Okay.
Is that not? How would you? I think he's pretty easy to get a hold of.
All right. Okay.
Have you not met him? Have you not talked to him?
No.
Have you tried?
Yes.
Can I tell you on a side note real quick? Yeah. I was so mad, and this is going back years, that video of him eating a cheeseburger, I was so fucking mad that was put out. I was fucking livid.
Really?
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting to put it out?
1,000,000%.
I get it. You know what? I get it because I had a dad who drank a lot growing up, and I understand that his daughter, as like a last resort, was like, okay, the only thing I have left in my power is to humiliate you publicly. She probably went through years and years and years of trying to get him to stop drinking. Nothing worked. She was there with the phone, the cheeseburger. Everything was perfect. She shot it and went out. I get it.
Maybe.
I get it. I defend her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, fine. Okay. Well, thanks for being here, Nathan. This was fun. Wow. No, Nathan, where can people find you online? For the 2 people that don't follow you already.
Yeah, the whole world does. Yeah. No, I'm up to like 370 million followers. It's just me and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She doesn't follow me.
Passive followers.
Fucking whore.
Bitch.
Social media is at Nathan Macintosh, Macintosh. Website, same deal. And YouTube, same deal. And like you said, I got 2 specials. One's called Money Never Wakes. It's all about money. And newest thing is Down with Tech. And it's all about tech.
And you have a web series as well called Trapped. Very funny.
Thanks.
Watch it. What are you doing with your life? Watch it. DM Nathan and tell him what you think of cats losing their heads on train tracks in Canada. Or just,
lose your head over every
DM
woman.
And ask him how you can meet David Hasselhoff because obviously he knows. Follow Nathan Macintosh. Thank you, Nathan, for being here today.
Lucie, thanks for having me. This is the best day of my life.
What a beautiful time. Dylan, thank you so much. Producer extraordinaire. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for listening. Please rate, like, subscribe, follow, do everything, do all the things. Walk out on your job. Be a hero. Be Canadian. Be cool. We love you. Goodbye.
If you liked what you just heard, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, recommend to all your friends, and if you hated it, recommend it to your enemies. Thank you for listening to Immigrant Jam, the podcast with me, Lucie Pohl. Have a delicious and nutritious day.